Think Different TV, live every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hosted by me, your girl Lashia. Join me as I discuss social topics, spotlight independent artists, and share financial tips. Join the conversation. I want to hear what you have to say. Think Different TV, where minds meet. You're the reason I wake up, the reason I smile.
Alec Musser passed away on Friday evening at the age of 50. The soap actor, who is best known for playing Del Henry in All My Children, died at his home in Del Mar Khalif.
Reintroduce myself. My name is Sharice McGill, the newly appointed Executive Director serving as the CEO of the National Farmers Market Coalition. I want to thank the Board of Directors for trusting my vision to amplify and advance the mission of the organization. The mission is to strengthen farmers markets to the benefit of farmers, consumers, and communities.
Beloved TikTok creator Lynn Yamada Davis, otherwise known as Linja, has died at 67. Davis passed on January 1st of esophageal cancer, which she had been diagnosed with in 2021, according to the New York Times. The outlet also reports that she was diagnosed with throat cancer in 2019. Known for her upbeat and lively cooking videos, Davis amassed over 17 million followers on her Cooking with Linja TikTok account, which she began in 2020 with her son, who creatively edited her posts.
Spirit, you are welcome here. Come flood this place and fill the atmosphere.
Is just off to a crazy start. Check out this story. Texas teen who taunted law enforcement sentenced to 40 years for drive-by shooting. He reportedly fired 100 shots into the wrong home, killing a woman.
So this man is addicted to drunk driving, and he just got 99 years in prison for it.
An Ellis County man will now spend the rest of his life behind bars after being convicted for his 7th DWI. Police say Virgil Bryant III was convicted of driving while intoxicated and was sentenced to 99 years in prison. Bryant's punishment was upgraded to 25 years to life based on his prior felonies.
Federal prosecutors say they will seek the death penalty against an avowed white supremacist who killed 10 black people inside a supermarket in Buffalo, New York. The killer is already serving a life sentence with no chance of parole after pleading guilty to state charges in the 2022 massacre. New York doesn't have a death penalty, but the Justice Department can seek it in federal hate crimes cases. The pursuit of an execution is a first for the Biden administration.
Real Housewives of Atlanta ex-castmate Peter Thomas, Cynthia Bailey's ex-husband, was arrested for a DUI. No driver's license, expired plates, no registration, no proof of insurance, and refusing to take the breathalyzer test. He was detained, but later released.
Doja Cat's mother has revealed that Doja is being physically and verbally abused by her brother. This was revealed in newly surfaced court documents. According to new legal documents that have been obtained by the press, Doja's mom, Deborah Elizabeth Sawyer, filed for a temporary restraining order against her 30-year-old son, Rahman. And in her filing, she makes some serious accusations. Doja's mom lists Doja as another person who needs protection from Rahman. And the reason for this is that Doja's mom claims Doja's had her teeth knocked out by her brother. Doja's mom also alleges Rahman's given Doja cuts and bruises and destroyed and stolen some of Doja's property.
What's going on, bro? How are you? Any word on what's going on with you and your sister and your family? They're saying that, you know, you knocked her teeth out. That's the accusation. The singer, Doja Cat?
No, I don't know that. Have you got anything to say to your mother? No, brother. What about your sister? Have you spoken to her about these allegations?
Any reaction to the restraining order against you?
No, I have no restraining order against me. Are you denying what happened? Yes. So you did not hit your sister, you did not knock out her teeth? I haven't seen anybody in years, bro.
Daniela, Houston police got called to this street in September, and when they arrived, the woman seen in that viral video told them that an Uber driver threw a brick at her head and then tried to kidnap her. But tonight, she has become the focus of this criminal investigation because Houston police say the surveillance footage captured by cameras on this street doesn't match her story.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watched.
This video with more than 1 million likes on the Shade Room's Instagram page captured the moments after what appeared to be a brutal attack in West Houston.
Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face?
The woman is 33-year-old Rhoda Osman.
What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this?
Seen here in tears in a hospital gown.
She told the detective that responded that she was hit in the head with a brick after she refused to give her phone number to a guy on the street.
And was that verified by any of the evidence that detectives looked at?
No, that was not verified.
Harris County prosecutor Keith Houston says surveillance videos from that early September morning show Osman hitting a man first.
So she's the one she was the aggressor?
She was the aggressor, yes.
And it was a water bottle that hit her, not a brick?
He did have a water bottle in his hand, and we think that's what left the mark.
According to court documents, she asked someone else to launch this GoFundMe for her recovery, raising more than $42,000. But as the story went viral, a blogger on TikTok called police, alerting them to this 2020 GoFundMe, which claimed a vicious assault by a security guard in Minneapolis.
Detective Thornton verified with Minneapolis police that there was no assault done at that time. It was completely fictional.
Prosecutors allege theft by deception and believe she would have received all that money had the campaign not been shut down.
The violence that I have suffered since September 3rd is just unbelievable. I can't even believe I'm here. They try to leave me for dead.
In an Instagram story posted Wednesday, Osman addressed those who have doubted her.
I actually have things going on in my life. I actually have real ways to make money. I don't have to get a GoFundMe for money. I actually can earn income because I'm actually educated and I actually am talented.
And tonight, a spokesperson for GoFundMe telling KPRC2 GoFundMe has zero tolerance for the misuse of our platform. The fundraiser has been removed from the platform. All donors have been refunded, and Rhoda Osman has been banned from using the platform for any future fundraisers.
We have major breaking news into CNN. Actor Alec Baldwin has just been indicted by a New Mexico grand jury on charges connected to that fatal 2021 shooting on the set of the film Rust.
And Alec Baldwin now criminally charged once again. Obviously, we had been reporting earlier on after that fatal shooting in 2021 that the actor had been criminally charged. Those charges were then dropped. Prosecutors at the time said that that was because new evidence came to light in the case, causing questions about a piece of evidence. A law enforcement source at the time told me that that was because they learned that the weapon that was used in the shooting had been modified in some form. And so, again, those charges had been dropped. Prosecutors at the time said, though, that if they gather new information that determined culpability on the part of Alec Baldwin, they would then possibly refile charges. We're learning today that did indeed happen. A grand jury in the state of New Mexico returning this 2-count indictment. I'll read you the 2 charges specifically. Count 1 is for involuntary manslaughter, negligent use of a firearm. Count 2, involuntary manslaughter without due caution or circumspection.
R. Kelly says he was unaware he lost a $10.5 million lawsuit because he can't read. Can you count, nigga? You didn't realize $10.5 million going out your account? Like, come on. I know you don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind, but you should see a lot wrong with, apparently you see a lot wrong with education too. Like, come on. I know you was dyslexic, but that don't mean you can't not ever learn to read ever. Come on, dude.
$3 million is not enough for what eBay did to this couple. They might have killed this poor woman if the feds didn't step in. Short story is, a couple in Massachusetts wrote a blog criticizing eBay. So several top executives at the company and their employees started harassing the couple. And they took it to an insane level when you look at the details. Ina and David Steiner founded e-commerce Bytes, and since 1999 they've reported on all e-commerce companies. In 2019, eBay sued Amazon for quote-unquote stealing their customers. Ina wrote an article criticizing eBay and their lawsuit. And this is what eBay did. They started mailing the couple disturbing items, including a book on surviving the death of a spouse, a bloody pig mask, a fetal pig, a funeral wreath, an expensive one, live spiders, and live cockroaches. They even traveled to this couple's town to keep surveillance on them, including putting a GPS tracker on their vehicle. They also posted this couple's home address on Craigslist and advertised it to the public as some sort of SEX party place. And when authorities started investigating this, eBay officials deleted evidence and falsified records. 7 former eBay employees or contractors have pleaded guilty to their roles in this. And last Thursday, the Justice Department charged eBay with stalking, witness tampering, and obstruction of justice. The Steiners have also filed a civil suit against eBay, and that is set to take place in March of 2025.
We'll do it 5. One Atlanta restaurant is getting mixed reviews over the way that they are paying their employees health insurance.
Yeah, Jen Chan's in Cabbagetown started charging customers 4% of their total bill to go towards that health insurance. As Joe Ripley reports, the controversy is playing out online.
The customers.
This is lifting 50-pound bags of potatoes every day. This is, changing out the fryer oil. This is getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Emily Chan says running a restaurant is more grease than glamour. Love of food brought Emily and her wife Jen together. Their love for each other sparked the idea to open Jen Chan's restaurant in 2019, and it's that love that keeps them going.
You could catch somebody on one of the worst days of their life and give them a cup of soup that makes them feel like everything's going to be okay.
The Chans endured the pandemic. Their 20 employees can make about $20 an hour with tips, but they learned healthcare costs can quickly climb.
We can't afford health insurance. I mean, there's no, we can't afford it. Our son is not on our health insurance policy. So it's a problem.
For some background, the Georgia Restaurant Association says profits have gone down about 3 to 4 times. It's before the pandemic industry-wide, and paying for healthcare costs has only gotten more expensive since then. The Chans decided to add a 4% health insurance surcharge to each customer's check to cover the costs, inspired by other local restaurants. But the eatery got blasted this week on social media, with one critic threatening to, quote, make that healthcare come in handy.
I live in a storage unit because it's cheap in comparison to an apartment. Living here is actually really comfortable. I get a lot of things that I need and want to get done here. I can exercise. I can use the bathroom. I can play music anywhere in the unit. It's climate controlled in here, so it's nice and warm. This unit is 24 hours, so I can come here anytime I want, stay here as long as I need to. We can take naps if we need to and go to sleep. So this is our living space. Very, very grateful to have this space. The next goal is to get an RV. The next goal after that, tiny home. And if we want to eat, I just cook right out front. Or we'll just prepare something cold inside of the unit. Sandwiches, a lot of times we make salad. If we want to get power, we use our power bank. They also have power here so we can charge our power bank. Me and my baby will live here as long as we need to until we get the shelter that we want. Because we're living here, now we can save up more money to get what we really want. We're in it for the long haul. Thank you for the support. Thanks for watching.
Everyone wants to know, where is Jess? What's going on with our new third host?
Huh?
Where's Jess?
Jess? I don't know what Jess is. Jess has a podcast called the Carefully Reckless Podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio Podcast Network. She's doing stand-up, just doing her thing.
Well, I guess the better question is, where's our third host?
That is a great question. I would really like to know the answer to that. I mean, I just came from downstairs. It was just me and Envy doing the show again.
Right.
Everybody saw us rotating guest hosts, last year.
Right.
And we said we was going to start 2024 off with a new host, and that hasn't happened yet.
I I know it's a little hard for you to answer these questions, but just, you know, I thought Jess was the host. She made an announcement, and we were all excited to have her. Did she renege, or what's, or do you not know the status of it?
I don't know.
I am ESTG's sister, and I'm homeless. I have 5 kids. I don't have any support.
That my brother continuously just keeps on trolling and talking about, but I find it really very fucking weird that half of you Newburgh that's on there commenting and talking about me was the same I was talking about him behind his back. And then on top of that, you ain't never gave me no $50,000. Let's keep that fucking real. Secondly, you ain't helped me do nothing with my motherfucking kids at all. Your daddy had my kids. Let's keep that real.
Cause I don't like how you doing your sister, my fiance. You got a up. I don't like how you doing your nephews. I don't like how you doing your family, your cousins. None of that. This ain't real. You talking about they ain't got no flowers. Got too many. If you ask me, if you ain't solid, like be in the street, ain't no solid. You ain't standing on. If you ain't standing on family, if you ain't standing on business, if you ain't standing on merch, you ain't standing on the streets. That's Lord of nobody, you hear me? I'm talking that flat. I'm a young real. I'm 25. I make $50K a month. $50K a month on a low month. And I done spent that on your sister in 2 weeks.
Now sitting in jail, broke as know what I'm saying? You wanna talk baby mamas? You go get it to your baby mama right here, put dick in her mouth while you in jail. You know she gonna need some dick in her mouth for Valentine's Day. Now you can't even give it to her cause you out here trolling. And you done went broke. How the fuck you go to jail, I get 1.5 million the same day. Hey God, real as somebody tell Blue Bud I'm gonna put some money on his books. Psych!
So this is a bit of upsetting news, but unfortunately it's not surprising, especially after how cold the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins game truly was. I mean, we're talking real feel of like -25.
Let me read something. It's been on my phone for about, since I met y'all, it's probably like 6 years. You know? Just say, break generational curses. Quit yelling at your kids before they go to bed and expect them to sleep well. Quit yelling at your kids in the morning right after they wake up before school and expect them to have a good day. You set the tone for your children. You set the tone for your voice that they will always remember in their heads. You become their inner voice. Don't be their inner critic. Speak life, speak love, speak bravery, kindness and hope. Speak wisdom and truth. Most of all, listen to your children. I never had none of that. I get that to mine. And that's my #1 priority.
Sometimes the stories I find online absolutely blow my mind, and I love to share them with you, like this one. Ryan Rollins from the Washington Wizards has been arrested for shoplifting. And not only once, he's done it 7 times at a Target store. And guess what he's stealing? He's stealing groceries, body wash, and candles. The man makes $1.7 million this year from the Wizard. I figured this summed it up pretty good. But what do you guys think?
Josh Giddey will not face charges for alleged relationship with a minor. After a thorough and exhaustive examination, we have completed our investigation into information that was circulating on social media involving Josh Giddey. Our detectives have reviewed all of the available information and were unable to corroborate any criminal activity related to Mr. Giddey. The Newport Beach Police Department is committed to ensuring that accurate information is disseminated to the public, while also ensuring the rights of all those involved.
We have my favorite Bryson Tiller planner.
So they have what's playing?
Bryson Tiller. Shout out Bryson Tiller right there.
Oh, so it's like a vibe in here.
Yeah. Tuesday's when I said radiation. So excited gonna ring that bell. Never thought I'd be ringing a bell, but I'll be ringing that bell.
So that's a wrap on radiation.
2 out of 3 done.
Oh, no. You could have signed it. That's right. Hey, Jason. Your dad sent us a jersey to sign, so I got that signed for you. It's got my favorite quote of all time on it. Read that, wear it as much as you want, frame it, do whatever you want with it. If you get it dirty, I'll sign another one for you. Don't worry. Congrats on the new heart, and thank you for being such a supporter of us. We are huge fans and supporters of you. We're in this together. I'll see you next time.
Dude!
What does it say?
Oh
You gotta read it.
Your strength inspires this team, my favorite quote of all time. Small, consistent steps in the right direction leads to great results. Be great today. Yes, man. Dude. This is like a dream come true, man. I've been watching him for so long. Wow.
Pink, the Border Collie, handled by Jennifer Crank from Pickerington, Ohio.
Pink wants to get the party started tonight.
That is it. Jennifer making sure Pink's in that contact zone. Jennifer's up ahead right there. Look at Pink fly!
You can't stay ahead of Pink for too long.
Stay. Good job. Look at the extension Pink is doing on these jumps. Just beautiful. Nice extension all the way around.
Pink's ahead of the pace. Through the weave poles.
Just stay smooth and clean.
Phenomenal job. And Pink will win it. By 2 seconds.
That was just sheer beauty. Beautiful lines. Jennifer out in front, Pink following. Pink saying, I got it.
I did this when Kobe passed.
And what was
to Kobe.
Okay, so what did this look like before you did this?
Plain black Charger.
And everything, even as clean. This is a functioning car, right?
Correct. My daily driver, actually.
What is the reaction when you run into people, Laker fans, who see this car?
Like this. My wife calls it the paparazzi.
Yeah, it's fantastic, man. Man, this is the coolest car I've ever seen. Take a look at this. Even around the tires, everything, purple, gold, and look at this. This is a working engine. Right. So, Craig, right? This everything in here works.
Yes, everything.
Not on the floor. Do you have to clean the inside every once in a while after you've been driving?
Yeah.
Around.
If you notice, you have the 24 and the 8
so
engraved in the headlights.
Coming back from the founders.
Is it street legal?
The game's
yeah.
going on.
Is it?
It's my daily
Lakers knocked
driver.
out
Wow.
Get a big bucket in. Right as
But this is great. This is great, and this is why it's cold.
And that's JB Long put on his Instagram too. Him walking by, he's like, "Here's our viral friend."
it was. We talked to Mo yesterday before the game, and he said that he was up all night long answering.
Because when you talk on TV and you're on radio for a while, you say some things and people remind you, "Hey, what did you say?" Like, and it's just.
It was tremendous.
Yeah.
It was tremendous. Did you see this? Did you see this? So I can't imagine what it would have been like to be Maurice. It was. He did it perfectly. Long time. He is a very talented guy. Who's
I thought he was. I thought it was like an actor that you one of your weird shows.
Jim Gray, Pete Rose, Jim Gray, longtime reporter Jim Gray, boxing analyst Jim Gray.
He would have loved it the other day when Al Michaels and Bob Costas were there.
NFL legend Jerome Bettis graduated college from Notre Dame University. After leaving Notre Dame in 1992, Jerome Bettis promised himself that he'd come back one day to finish his business degree. 27 years later, the Steelers legend returned to school to keep that promise. It's never too late to pursue your dreams. And here's him giving a speech at graduation.
With apologies to the class of 1994, I am proud to be a graduate in the class of 2022.
When I was at Temple, we couldn't get a top team to play us, besides Rutgers and Tennessee. Those were the only two coaches that really gave us an opportunity because it hurt them more than it would hurt us. I mean, and we were an upcoming program that we could challenge you. We could challenge the top teams in the country. And it didn't make sense for them. So a lot of them said no. But I'll always remember what Coach Vivian Stringer and Coach Pat Summitt did for us and giving us an opportunity to measure ourselves against some of the best, like legendary coaches, and it's also the traditionally rich history of their programs. It allowed me to grow as a coach, and it allowed our program to grow at Temple University.
Jason, Will, thanks for your time. We'll let you head back to your locker room.
I'd like to say something. Can I say something?
Absolutely.
You know, these two guys that are sitting up here, they're not defined by one game. These guys played great for us all year. They're great competitors. They were great leaders on this team, and they contributed tremendously to the success of this team, and we would not be here without them. All right, and both of them take responsibility for the loss, but both of them contributed in a lot of ways in a positive way to giving us a chance to win and a chance to be here to have an opportunity to win. So I just want to thank them for that and let everybody know how proud I am of these two guys. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you very much.
For the first time in 17 years, Alabama will have to find a new head football coach. Earlier today, football fans around the world were shocked when it was announced that Pete Carroll would no longer be the Seattle Seahawks head coach. And just a few short hours later, another shocking announcement occurred, but this time in college football with Alabama, as Nick Saban is stepping down and is retiring as the head football coach at Alabama. And this comes after last week, Alabama making the college football playoff again, but unfortunately losing to Michigan. And Nick Saban will end his 17-year run with over 200 wins, 6 national championships, and is one of the most decorated college coaches in history. But this is shocking, as nobody expected the Michigan vs. Alabama game to be his final game as the Alabama Crimson Tide head coach. And it's even more shocking when you realize that the final play of his tenure as head coach at Alabama was this. But regardless, Alabama will have no problems finding their next head coach, whether it be in Steve Sarkisian or Dan Lanning or even Bill Belichick.
Robert and I, after a series of discussions, have mutually agreed to part ways. And for me, this is a day of gratitude and celebration. Start with Robert and his family. It's great. So much thanks for the opportunity to be the head coach here for 24 years. It's an amazing opportunity. Received tremendous support. We had a vision of building a winner, building a championship football team here, and that's exceeded my wildest dreams and expectations.
As Bill mentioned yesterday, we met and mutually agreed to part ways amicably. And like a good marriage, a successful head coach-owner relationship requires a lot of hard work. Coach Belichick will forever be celebrated as a legendary sports icon here in New England, and I believe go in as a Pro Football Hall of Famer on the first ballot. Why? Because he is the greatest coach of all times, which makes this decision to part ways so hard. But this is a move that we mutually agreed that is needed at this time. It'll be difficult to see him in a cutoff hoodie on the sideline, but I will always continue to wish him continued success, except when he's playing our beloved Patriots.
The New England Patriots are going to sign Gerard Mayo to replace Bill Belichick as their new head coach. Gerard Mayo, a Patriots assistant since 2019 and a former New England Patriot, is being hired as the New England Patriots' next head coach. Mayo succeeds Bill Belichick, who parted ways with the club after 24 seasons at the helm. Mayo had been considered a strong candidate to replace the future Hall of Fame coach. Mayo played 8 seasons for the Patriots and Belichick, earning a pair of Pro Bowl selections and winning a Super Bowl. In 2019, he rejoined the franchise as an inside linebackers coach. And it looks like now he's about to take over and be the head coach of the New England Patriots.
A very surprising hire just went down in college football. Ohio State has hired Bill O'Brien to be their next offensive coordinator. Bill O'Brien was last offensive coordinator of the New England Patriots until Bill Belichick was let go. Before that, the offensive coordinator at Bama. And if you just look at his coaching history, it's pretty stacked. For Ohio State, they were the 47th ranked total offense this season, which is a very unfamiliar spot for an Ohio State offense to be. Recently promoted offensive coordinator Brian Hartline was not cutting it. So they went out and hired Bill O'Brien. But the only thing that matters for Ohio State is beating Michigan. Ryan Day has only done it once. Can B.O.B. be the guy to help do it? I don't know.
To a decisive 45-14 victory over the Cleveland Browns, becoming the youngest quarterback to win a playoff game. Stroud threw for 274 yards and 3 touchdowns, displaying remarkable poise and talent. He outplayed veteran Joe Flacco, who struggled throwing back-to-back pick sixes. Stroud's performance included touchdown passes to Nico Collins, Brevin Jordan, and Dalton Schultz, with Jordan scoring on a spectacular 76-yard play. The Texans' defense was also on fire, with Steven Nelson and Christian Harris turning interceptions into touchdowns, further extending Houston's lead. This win marks a significant turnaround for the Texans, transforming them from an NFL underperformer to AFC South champions.
Titans wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, I love his over-on receiving yards. Hopkins could make a lot of money today. He needs 49 receiving yards for $1 million. Hopkins needs 7 receptions for $250K. And Hopkins also does have to play because he's only played 72% of snaps for the team. He has to make 75% of snaps in order to win $500K. It's a lot of money if you're D-Hop. That is over on receiving yards.
Legacy, everybody wanna be one. I ain't waiting, counting up the money, trying to reach $1 billion.
Coach Prime's newest recruiter, Colorado, has legendary blood in his veins from 2 sports, football and wrestling. Beat Gage Goldberg, son of WWE legend Goldberg. He committed to play linebacker for Coach Prime in Colorado in early January. But it's not about the big lights that now come with playing in Boulder that swayed his decision. Gage had opportunities to play at big schools like Alabama, Duke, and UCF, and originally planned to commit to the Tide. But after Nick Saban retired and some advice from his pops, he just wanted the best fit. Goldberg was a dog in Georgia, and later for the Atlanta Falcons, where he was teammates with Deion Sanders and formed a brotherhood. And if anybody had beef with Deion, they had beef with Goldberg. He told Gage to pick the right school and the one you know you'll love, leading Gage to admit that he already knows he will love Colorado and thinks it's dope to play for one of his dad's best friends. Gage was a tackling machine for Champion High School, racking up 154 tackles and forcing 4 fumbles his senior year, leading to him landing on Coach Prime's radar. Now at Colorado, Gage has the chance to carve out his own legacy by making plays that hype up the crowd like his father once did on the field and in the arena.
You the motherfucking truth. You the motherfucking truth. Nigga, you the motherfucking truth. I got the game winning fucking first. Get my bitch.
Lame, stop mentioning my name, my nigga. Why you worry about? Why? I'm in a group meeting. They took pick from us. Now it's just look.
Wise man, there is no one left. Before we go, wise man, there's one thing left to do. Acknowledge me. If you smile, what the rock is cooking. You gotta be kidding me! What? No way! What? I got goosebumps! Ah! The Rock is here! The Rock! The Bravo Boys in Brooklyn! Oh my God! This is awesome! Listen to this place! This is incredible! The most electrifying man in sports entertainment, I can guarantee you!
I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe.
Check this out. You have a Fortnite display at the front, and you also have one in the back as like taillights. Why? This is basically kind of like a PlayStation car. It's in collaboration with Epic Games, but it's by Honda and Sony. It's called the Afila. Look, what I like is you have a PlayStation remote in here because obviously, since it's powered by Sony, you're gonna have kind of like Sony infotainment and kind of like processing power on the inside. And let's go to the back. You have some displays, and of course, because it's Sony, I imagine you'll be able to play your PlayStation back here. New brand completely, first of its kind.
I feel great. Don't call.
My mom made their design. So, do y'all remember when I asked y'all to color a picture of a hat? And I said it was going to be for a bulletin board. Well, Miss White might have fibbed a little bit, but I took all of your papers and I gave them to my mom. And my mom turned your drawings into actual hats. So all of you are gonna get your drawing back and your hat. She tried to match the colors as close as possible. So all of you will have a hat to wear to keep your little heads warm for the winter. All right, so when I call your name, you can come get your hats. One more thing. I'm gonna send this to my mom so she can see it as well. Her name is Mrs. Bell. So what do we say to Mrs. Bell? Thank you! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear James. Happy birthday to
Go KP. Hey, do you know your letters down? It's about to go down. Do you know your letters down? It's about to go down. A says act and B says book. Nice. C says and D says look. Nice. E says act and F says G says look. And H says nice. I said and J said nice. K says and L says M says and N says O says and P says good. Q says and R says S says and T says nice. U says and B says W says and X says Y alphabet. Let it down. Let it down.
It's the alphabet.
Do you know your letter sound?
It's about to go down.
Do you know your letter sound?
It's about to go down.
Break it on down. Break it on down. Ooh, break it on down. Break it on
So a woman is going viral for trying to get away from the cops, but the cop that she tried to get away from got a phone and said, hey, come pick it up. Meet amateur tattoo artist and Motorhead India Tattoos. I wasn't trying to give free promo, I was just trying to give context on the type of person she is. Obviously, she was doing something that she wasn't supposed to be doing, hence why she had to run away. But let's keep it a bug. You would have to be an idiot to go back and get that phone.
Yes.
Soon you're going to be father of the bride. What's
Yes.
that like for you?
Beautiful. I just actually hung up with them, saying hello, and I love him. He's a great guy.
He
and,
is. And they're great together.
My daughter is happy, and that's all that matters to me.
My next project that I will be shooting is a live-action version of Moana.
You would definitely. You're Maui.
I am.
You're real life Maui.
I am the real life Maui. Thank you guys very much. So excited about this. It's going to be. Oh, and by the way, Tommy Kail is going to direct it.
Hamilton.
He directed Hamilton, the incredible Hamilton.
It's unbelievable.
He's incredible. And
Lin-Manuel?
I got to say, coming back to do all the music of Moana is Lin-Manuel Miranda. Amazing. So, dude, I cannot wait. Here's the thing, Jimmy. Listen. I can go on and on. I can explain every natural phenomenon. The tide, the grass, the ground. Oh, that was Maui just messing around. I did a meal, I buried it, sprouted a tree, now you got coconuts. What's the lesson? What is the takeaway? Don't mess with Maui when he's on a breakaway. And the tapestry here on my skin is the map of the victories I win. Look where I've been, I make everything happen. Look at that mini Maui, just tickety-tapping. Ha, 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 hey! What can I say except you're welcome?
Wow. Thank you so much. I don't even know, I'm so emotional. I think like the Carol Burnett of it all. Thank you so much. I love making Abbott Elementary so much, and I am so happy to be able to live my dream and act out comedy. And I say it every time, but I just love comedy so much that I am so happy to be able to get this. I didn't prepare anything because I just didn't think. Oh God. I love my mom, my dad, my sisters, my brothers, my entire family so much. I love my husband. I'm so happy. I love my cast. I love Abbott Elementary. Thank you so much. I'm a winner, baby. Thank you to the Most High for this divine moment. Thank you, Ryan Murphy, for seeing me. Evan Peters, I love you. Netflix, every single person who voted for me, thank you. And my better half who picked me up when I was gutted from this work, thank you. And you know who I want to thank? I want to thank me for believing in me and doing what they said I could not do. And I want to say to myself in front of all you beautiful people, go on, girl, with your bad self. You did that. Finally, I accept this award on behalf of every black and brown woman who has gone unheard yet over-policed, like Glenda Cleveland, like Sandra Bland, like Breonna Taylor. As an artist, my job is to speak truth to power, and baby, I'ma do it to the day I die. Mama, I won!
She's an Emmy winner and a nominee again tonight, Christina Applegate.
Thank you so much. Oh my God. You're totally shaming me with disability by standing up. It's fine. Okay. Body, not by Ozempic. Okay, let's go. Some of you may know me as Kelly Bundy from Married with Children. Thank you. We don't have to applaud every time I do something. Or Samantha from Samantha Who, or probably maybe my last job from Jen Harding from Dead to Me. But very few of you probably know me from that debut. I'm gonna cry more than I've been crying. Baby Bert Grizzle on Days of Our Lives. It was really a breakout role. Is there a picture? Oh, look at that! Look at that. I think I've been canceled.
Good evening, everyone. Issa and I recently had the privilege of playing Barbie and Ken in the Barbie movie, which is pretty impactful for people who look like us.
Yeah, we may not have been what first popped up in people's minds when they thought of Barbie or Ken, but that's changed, and we're hoping to continue to push the boundaries of the roles we can play.
By that, of course, we mean white people roles.
Oh my God, I'd love to play white people roles.
No, me too. White people roles are the best. I mean, an alcoholic, divorced, single father fighting for custody.
Oh yeah, an alcoholic housewife whose husband's affair drives her deeper into alcohol.
How about this? How about this? An alcoholic school teacher who must put their love of alcohol aside to inspire their class of inner city youths. White people roles.
Oh yeah. Anyway, here are the nominees for Best Television Limited Series, Anthology Series, or Motion Picture Made for Television.
So we just got news of a Michael Jackson biopic coming out, and personally, it's a movie I've been waiting for a very, very long time. So the movie's going to be released April 18th, 2025, and it's going to be directed by Antoine Fuqua, who directed movies like Training Day, the Equalizer movies, and Michael Jackson's going to be played by his nephew, Jafar Jackson. Now, obviously, with the box office successes of movies like Bohemian Rhapsody, Elvis, I Want to Dance with Somebody, the Whitney Houston movie, then it was a matter of time before a Michael Jackson movie was going to get made, but I'm surprised it took them this long to make it. So far, the biggest theatrical releases for a Michael Jackson movie has been the This Is It movie, which was a documentary that released after his death, the TV miniseries The Jacksons, The American Dream. Then we have the god-awful TV movie with Flex Alexander playing him, and the less you know about that, the better. So Michael Jackson, to me, is the biggest star to ever grace the planet, and obviously his life is very, very complicated. We always ask every time a biopic comes out, and we saw most recently with Elvis and Priscilla, how accurate is this going to be to that complicated life? Like, we know that Michael Jackson was a megastar. We know he was a musical genius. We know that we're going to get that in the movie, but what about everything else in between? Now, even though the synopsis from Lionsgate said that it's going to be an honest and riveting portrayal of the entirety of Michael Jackson's life that goes from his personal struggles to his music career, here's the thing that's kind of at war with that. Michael Jackson's estate is also helping make the movie, so there's like a little bit of bias there. So I'm really interested to see how this version of Michael that we're going to see on screen is going to be portrayed.
We have finally gotten an update on the fourth Fear Street movie. If you don't remember, back in 2021, Netflix released a trilogy of Fear Street movies. There was Fear Street 1994, 1978, and 1666. And these are based on a book series from childhood favorite R.L. Stine. And the fourth one has been confirmed to be based on his book, The Prom Queen. Pretty much as soon as that initial trilogy came out, we knew that they were going to be making more Fear Street movies, but this is one of the first big updates that we've gotten. We don't know if the original cast is going to be coming back, but last year we did learn that Chloe Okuno, who made Watcher in 2022, was on board to direct the fourth movie, but that's about all that we've gotten so far. But I enjoyed that original trilogy, and I'm excited to see what else they do with it.
I'm not your prisoner. I'm here to negotiate.
We have no problem killing your son.
I dare you to go after Charles.
Who said anything about Charles? All these years, you were hiding someone else.
Bruce, our family is head of the Jade Dragons.
So we're like criminals. You could have told me that.
We were trying to keep you safe.
Yeah, nice fucking work.
The family is under attack.
Some new gang wants to take our place.
It's time for my brother to step up.
I don't want to be a gangster. What if I just want to do what I want?
We have a word for that in Taiwan. American.
Our enemies are coming after you to get to me.
I'm starting to think that neither of us really know Mom at all.
Don't question her.
I am still your mother.
Tell me what I want to know.
Or
I'm going to tattoo a penis on your face.
Okay. Go, girl. Get what's yours.
Or don't go, girl. Or at least pause, girl.
Which brother are you? The killer with the guns? Or the dipshit?
Take action and end this.
I don't think we've ever hugged before. We're probably gonna die, so might as well get one in before you go.
You all came highly recommended. You know the rules. No real names, no backstories, no cell phones.
So whose kid is she?
A very wealthy man who's about to be $50 million poorer.
I'm here to make sure you're safe.
What's your name? Mine's Abigail.
You can call me Joey.
Do you have any kids?
I have a little boy.
See you in 24 hours.
Do you know what a pinky promise is? If you behave and do as we say, I pinky promise you, it'll all be over soon.
Joey?
Yeah.
I'm sorry about what's gonna happen to you.
What the fuck?
Shit, we gotta get out of here.
I think she knows something.
Guys. Guys.
Oh no! What the fuck is that thing?
We kidnapped a fucking vampire. A ballerina vampire. Okay, how do we kill a vampire? What are we talking about? Like an Anne Rice or a True Blood? You know, Twilight? Stake through the heart. Daylight is a big one.
All right, let's go kill us a fucking vampire. Ready?
Vampire on my ass!
What can I say? I like playing with my food.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! She's fucking flying!